अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। ये म्यूजिक का नोट आपने सुना। म्यूजिक म्यूजिक was perhaps the first thing that came to the mind of a broadcaster when the concept of radio came into being. The concept, I mean, when the radio actually came into being, the first thing that struck to the broadcasters was music. It was quite but natural that this area sees more growth as compared to different other areas. Actually, the whole spectrum of broadcasting products has seen a very reasonable growth, but in the area of music, it has been phenomenal. In the beginning, as we have already talked, to fill the time, the radio stations have some music available to them. Mind you, radio did not create music at the time when it came into being. Music was available to them. Music has been always there for centuries, I would say. Music has been there. But generally, the regular music, the top class music, was confined to the courts of Nawabs, kings, and the nobles, rich people. And they would call their near and dear ones in the evening, and they would listen to the music and enjoy themselves. For the public, it was not as much, and not in this form either. It was very scant for the public, for the general public to reach the music. It was only with the availability of canned music, the recorded music, that common people had got some touch with the music. But when it came, the recorded music came in the middle of 19th century or later. Oh, people loved it like anything, and the patent products of music sold like anything. And by the time when in the early last century, radio came into existence, there was quite a good variety of music already available to the people and the broadcasters. But still, the recording equipment, the recording facilities were not like you see these days, the huge, grandiose studios, very rich singers, high-class equipment, and all these things. It was not like this. The quality of sound, it is still available in the market. The quality of recorded sound was was not as clear that you may be enjoying these days, the form of music you are enjoying these days. But still, it was something new the people can enjoy at their places, their offices, in the streets. It was all available. So when the radio came, it required something to fill the time as well and entertain people up to the range a radio can go. Say in the early ages, it was 25-kilometer or 30-kilometer range in 1920 or 21 or 22. So in fact, they would play music which would only entertain the local people. You can't go beyond that. I mean, the power of transmitter was the area. It would determine the definition of local. All right. But as the other products of broadcasting grew, the musicians, the music people, they also found something for themselves. The radio actually was there to approach the music people, and then they were available. The radio people also found a place, an area a sector where they can also promote their own profession, their own genre, their own skills. And it was a marriage of convenience for both. And by 20s, late 20s, when it came to subcontinent, you see, it was in 1927, perhaps, I think in 1927, when in the subcontinent, Bombay radio station came into being, and the people in subcontinent had first time this experience of listening to the music on radio along with the news and other announcements. And you see, rest is the history.